Hi guys, so welcome to another episode of Wednesday Word. I hope you all had a great week. Keeping safe, that's important. Sanitize, mask up, you know the drill. So, how many of us know that sometimes we just need a bit of rest to be refreshed and return stronger than ever? See, the burdens of life sometimes and the responsibilities that we carry can take its toll. At home, at work, in the community, in church, wherever we are, it can take its toll. And if we don't make the necessary adjustments, sometimes we can get tired, we can get drained, we can be depressed. And in 1 Kings chapter 18 and 19, we see an example of that with the prophet Elijah. And we all know Elijah, the great, Elijah in the Old Testament. He just finished defeating the false prophets at Mount Carmel. 850 of them. He just defeated, had a great victory to show whose God is the real, true God, because the false prophets were leading the people astray. But finally, Elijah had won over the people. He probably said to himself, it's all plain sailing from here. I can take my feet off the accelerator. All my hard work has finally paid off. But only to be told by the wicked Queen Jezebel that she would hunt him down and kill him by the next day. So the Bible tells us that Elijah ran for his life. He was scared, he was frustrated, he was just tired emotionally and mentally. He was just drained. Elijah just had enough of the fighting, enough of the hardship, enough of the responsibility, the load. He was like the odd one. Everybody else serving the idols, and he alone, he just was lonely, doing the work of God, and yet still, here he is now being hunted, being ridiculed, being laughed at. And how many of us has been in situations like that? We're not accepted by the cool folks. See, for Elijah, enough was enough. He was depressed. He was pleading, he was begging God to take his life, end my life, I want to die. Note, even the greatest of God's people can go through times of depression. When he eventually fell asleep now and he awoke, there was before him an angel with fresh baked bread and water for him to drink. He got some rest. He was refreshed and able to return to do the work of the Lord. And how many of us has been in situations and a season like that? I've been there, when you just drained and you just need some rest so you can be refreshed and then return again stronger. See, if we don't rest and recalibrate, we can easily get into a place of burnout. And we see many pastors, many ministers are just burn out and they leave the ministry because they didn't have that rest. You need to see the warning lights on your internal dashboard blinking and warning you, rest, you need rest, you're drained, you're running on fumes. You need to protect your mental state, top up your tank, so that you can continue on the journey of life. So that means having the strength sometimes to say, I need to take a step back. I need to pause for a cause. Don't feel ashamed, don't feel embarrassed. You need to rest. Don't feel ashamed because you're weary or you're depressed. You get the help, you get the rest, and then you can return. Elijah would tell you that he's been there and God didn't rebuke him. God didn't tell him off. God sent his angel to nourish him, to refresh him. And maybe you just need some rest. Much needed rest and refreshing so that you can return stronger, healthier, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, so then you can serve your family better, your church better, your community better. So if you haven't been there, praise God. You can be forearmed with this message. So if that is to arise in the future, you can see the warning lights and take evasive action, take the necessary precaution and put things in place so that you can get your rest, you can be refreshed, and you can return stronger than before. Well, I hope you've been encouraged. I hope you've gleaned something from today. And I'm looking forward to seeing you next week, God's willing, on Wednesday Word. Be safe. Peace out.